What's going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a great week. It's been a busy week. Truthfully, I haven't really bought any toys, but I've actually bought a lot of DVDs. Trying to get all of the DVDs I need, which is a pain in the butt. But it's going. Still a lot of DVDs. Having a little problem with Hasbro. But oh my god, I was hoping San Diego Comic-Con didn't have anything. So with the G.I. Joes, nothing is outside to view, which is great. Unfortunately, they're going to have a stream, I think July 24th or 25th. Probably showing off the renders that were already shown off. Also probably some reveals. I'm thinking the reveals will be for next year, which is great. San Diego Comic-Con has done a lot though. There is a new Masterverse, well, Masters of the Universe Origin lines. They're a little bit taller than the original Origin figures. They are going to be called the, I think, Origins Animated or Origins Cartoon. These will be about 6 inches. They look pretty insane. I'm sticking to the Masterverse line though. Almost complete. They've already shown Cobra Khan leaked. He looks insane. And one of my friends online, Pixel Dan, has literally shown us what's coming for the Masterverse. An insane looking Mantana, Mosquitor, Dragstar. So already those 4. We are getting finally a Masterverse version of the Anti-Eternia He-Man, which I was never a fan of the Anti-Eternia storyline. He looks great though. If you're a fan of that series, yeah, three different power swords. A The cartoon version of the power sword, Masterverse style. I would say the Revelation version of the power sword, and a New Adventures of He-Man version of the power sword. Uh, he has his hair or a skull helmet. It uh, excuse me. The skull helmet doesn't look great. There is also a Masterverse version of Keldor, the new Eternia version of Keldor. Uh, as great as the Keldor Revelations looked, the new Eternia, scope-wise, looks insane. It comes with a Keldor face as well as a rotting face. The only thing is the colors are way off. So, of course, the skin color is blue. He has a white t-shirt, a green hoodie. I'm definitely not feeling the colors. Also saw the new Eternia Hordak. I really don't know. I have the Princess of Power Hordak, and that looks literally cartoon accurate. But the new Eternia version of Hordak looks a little bit more insane. Well, looks skinnier, so he looks more of a, I guess, a demonic presence. And the last Masterverse figure is actually Hordak's, a new Eternia version of Hordak's right hand. Force Captain Adora in her other outfit. But she has the helmet, Hordak's version of the helmet, as well as her yellow hair. I already have the Princess of Power, She-Ra, the deluxe version. I've also seen the new Eternia Teela. It sucks. So I'm going to stick with the other Teela we have. I guess I kind of want both versions. Princess of Power Deluxe, She-Ra, and Force Captain Adora. I have to say though, I want to see what else is coming from Masterverse, because this literally is as close as anything to finishing my collection for He-Man. I don't. I know the Snake Men are coming. I don't know if I want them. I also know there will be more Horde. We still need Rio Blast. They did, however, show one more Masterverse character, and it's the character I've been waiting on. The new Eternia Deluxe Mossman. I've been. We have one Mossman, the Revelation Masterverse. It it wasn't for me. It just looked like he was skinny. Uh, the original toy Mossman, literally, I think they used Beastman's likeness and then just covered him with actual moss-like fur. The deluxe Massiverse Mossman. Oh my god. This thing is huge. Probably I think he stands about 7 inches. A normal Massiverse character. But width-wise, I think he's probably the biggest character. He kind of looks like a tree, which is insane. So, they haven't talked much about it. I'm sure they're going to drop it, though, when they do the Mattel's Masterverse, Masters of the Universe thing. But it seems like the deluxe version of the new Eternia Mossman will be the Mattel Creations. Which kind of sucks, but understandable. Thankfully, I still have my Mattel my Mattel account. Definitely will be picking him up. And honestly, I think the next Mattel creations that they're going to do is probably Duplicate, which is Faker's Battle Cat. I kind of want it, I kind of don't. But it's, I'm pretty excited because I can't see excuse me. I can't see them making a lot more He-Man characters that I want. I mean, I'm sure down the line they will make a couple more characters. I mean, Hordak has some amazing looking villains on his team. I think I have everybody for the Skeletor team, except for Cobra Khan. Like I said, I'm not going to get into the Snake Men. There are a few characters I would love them to create. I mean, we still need Scorpina, the female Scorpion, for the Horde. There's also, I just seen Origins is making the male Scorpion, Sting Or. I do want to see them make a new Eternia Spike-Core. There are a lot of more, probably 3 more years worth of characters that they could make for Masterverse. Honestly, thankfully, I don't see much of more that I kind of want. So that would mean that literally I'm almost done with my Masterverse collection. They haven't shown anything for Super 7 for Power Rangers. So almost done with that. Haven't shown anything Super 7 for not Thundercats, the Silverhawks. So just almost done with that. They'd shown a few things with Thundercats. Nothing I want, which is great, but I still have a lot more to order. Few more stuff to order for Super 7 Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Almost done with Gargoyles. And just gotta worry about classifieds. Gotta worry about Transformers Masterpiece, Soul of Chokogan, and some old school toys, which is kind of great. Little by little, my collections are actually being completed. Still waiting on a lot of G.I. Joe stuff this year, next year. Like I said, one of my packages is lost, and Hasbro's giving me the runaround, so I'm having a little difficulty with them. But working things through. Today, kind of wanted to open Firestar. Like I said, I've been trying to get to opening a few of these things, or some of the, most of these things. which is hopefully something we can start doing at least once every week. Definitely have to get my his tank drivers open before the damn Rattler comes in whenever they ship it. Like I said, when it comes to Marvel and DC, I don't want to pick up characters, but with the women's, or with my little female thing I'm trying to do, there's a couple. I wanted to at least pick up one character from each for Marvel Firestar. I love the way the box looks. The artwork for her is insane. I honestly loved this look more than I loved the New Warriors look. So of course there is a bio on it. Marvel Hasbro. Comes with 2 pairs of hands there. Fire, Miss Lion, 2 heads, and if you look in the back, little warning sheet. This was the Spider-Man and Amazing Friends Peter's bedroom. Somehow, so even as a little kid, I understand how they got all the computers and everything by saving Tony Stark. This is all Stark tech. What I did not understand is how is Peter's room this huge in an apartment building complex, a condo. I mean, where in the hell was Aunt May sleeping? Did she have a small bedroom? And of course they had the dining room, they had the living room. This is just Peter's room with a computer, supercomputer, a tracking station, his own laboratory. For some reason it only had 1 bed. This was the kitchen table. But Iceman, Firestar, and Peter Parker shared the same room. You got me on that. Honestly, I've never opened a Marvel Legends. Like I said, I'm not I did not want to get Marvel Legends. but because I'm creating the little I guess I don't want to say a drawer. I guess shelf of girl stuff to Descendants dolls, Sophia Carson, and of course Steph Cameron. My Gem and the Holograms doll. Selena Gomez, Wizards of Waverly Place. I have this idea of having a Marvel female character, a DC female character, which hopefully will be Supergirl, a version of her. I would love to get the McFarlane Woman of Tomorrow version. We'll see what happens. She-Ra, and hopefully a few other versions of females. Might have room for 2 more opened. Alyssa Milano's character, hopefully I can get that I'm not opening from Charmed. But we got Miss Lion. Oh, cool. Her head actually turns. So there is one articulation on the dog. She does come with 2 hands on and 2 extra hands. Two fiery thingies. Extra head. I kind of like this version better than this version. So we got some ankles, some knee joints, some waist, some other waist, articulation in the shoulders, the elbows, and the wrists, and the head can go up and down, left and right. Maybe if I can pop you off. Oh, comes out pretty simply. Other head doesn't really go on though. Oh, there we go. Gotta fool around with it a little bit. took off her fist. It's like, yep, that ain't good. There's the snap. Because truthfully, I really don't know how to put this on. Looks like it just wraps around. Leave it to Marvel. I definitely like that look. Can she stand? Not really. There we go. I wonder if I can. No, we can't zoom in. So we do have the extra head, 2 fists. She does kind of look like she leans. But she is standing straight. Kind of. Not too bad. Definitely, it's not perfect, but for a Legends, I'm definitely happy. It Yeah, really, I don't want to start collecting these. If I did, I'd be in serious trouble. I definitely would need Ghost Rider, Spider-Man, Venom, the symbiotes, and probably the Sinister Six, a version of him. But I'm happy with Firestar. Hopefully I can get Supergirl. If not, Power Girl. Firestar was my favorite girl in the Marvel Universe. My first favorite girl, I guess. Back as a kid, watching Spider-Man and his amazing friends. Other than that, all I knew was Jean Grey, Storm, Miss Fantastic. Once you start learning more, I guess the world opens up. Supergirl was my first favorite DC female. I mean, so the first DC female I saw, of course, is Wonder Woman. She just wasn't for me. Don't get me wrong, Linda Carter was amazing as Wonder Woman. She was hot. I just. I think it was just. I love me some Amazons, but I think it's that she was an Amazon. Uh, Second DC woman I saw was, of course, Batgirl from the Adam West TV series. Was definitely not a fan. Again, pretty girl, but it, it literally was a female version of Batman. And I know you're saying, well, Supergirl's a female version of Superman. Yes and no. So it definitely depends on which Supergirl. I think for me it was seeing that when Supergirl first came out, she was the exact same thing as Superman. A very goody two shoe, very southern country girl, being raised by the Kents. But then they also showed another version of Supergirl where she, like Wonder Woman, was very alien and trying to find herself in the world. There, it just seemed like Supergirl, there was a little bit more complexity to what they were trying to do with her. And then, of course, you have the Woman of Tomorrow, where she is a drunk. She literally doesn't really care about saving the planet Earth. She just wants to have fun. And then, of course, you have the different versions of Power Girl. The one was a clone, one was a different dimension Supergirl. I mean, Wonder Woman has always been Wonder Woman. Batgirl has always been Barbara Batgirl. There is, there was never any depth to the characters besides who there were. Even in different iterations, Firestar, when she first came out, there was no depth to her. Because all they had was the Spider-Man and his amazing friends. But then you realize she's trying to find herself along the way. She was, her mother died, so her father was a single parent raising her in New York, construction worker, and was barely at home for a lot of the time. Then she joined the New Warriors, fell in love with Vance Astro, who in the future joins the Guardians of the Galaxy with Captain America's shield. But this version ends up killing his father because his father was an abusive father. To me, certain characters have an insane depth to them that is crazy to read. Like, I love Mr. Fantastic, but until we got the Thinker and all these other versions of Mr. Fantastic, it was just Mr. Fantastic. It was boring. The Fantastic Four was boring. X-Men always had an insane story. I think X-Men was more political. Avengers had some great villains. I was not too much an Avengers fan. But, I mean, come on. Captain America, if that's not depth, I don't know what it is. Thor, Tony Stark, Hulk. I was a huge Spider-Man fan, still am a huge Hulk fan because of the depth of the character of Bruce Banner. Huge Ghost Rider fan because of the depth. You know, I mean, Johnny Blaze. Then you have Dan Ketch, Robbie Reyes, and along the way you got Vengeance, and you got other versions of Ghost Riders. Literally insane. Punisher. If that's not depth. But to me, that, you know, I like those type of stories. Unfortunately, She-Ra, I think now her story is getting depth. I don't think she actually. There was some depth, it just wasn't out there. That's just me, guys. Well, anyway, as a fan of Firestar, definitely love it. Not a fan of this head, though. Especially that mask. It's insane. But, like, like I said, I'm not collecting Marvel Legends one-off shoot. Definitely happy. Uh, 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 Still got my reveal coming in a couple days. Hopefully Sunday next week. Kind of a crazy uh, toy hunt. Uh, Nothing big for the reveal this week. 2 comics and an action figure. Next week, nothing big yet, or the following week, nothing really big. Uh, Definitely need to order something online. I'm thinking of picking up another Lego set. The little Disney castle. It's like $30. I don't know. But like I said, I have a lot of things coming. Honestly, next week, probably maybe unbox Shira, maybe unbox a couple more. One of my other Dungeons and Dragons characters. Maybe unbox the action figure I got for the reveal this week. Like I said, I'm trying to unbox little by little. There's a couple G.I. Joes I need to unbox. Definitely want to unbox some of the legacies. So much stuff happening, guys. Seriously. Still need to go through a couple of my DVD collections. Yeah. Lots and lots of things to do. Might start talking about some of the books too. Let's see what happens. Anyway, guys, take care. Be safe. Things are definitely getting a bit insane. Uh, Especially here in Hawaii, we literally have double our car accidents from last year, which is not good. Uh, Power outages, water breaks happening. Lots of things basically going crazy. There was supposed to be some kind of natural disaster that somebody predicted that is supposed to destroy Japan, or at least part of Japan. I think that's on July 25th. Hoping for the best for that. Hoping that doesn't come true. But, I mean, we got killer whale erupting. Major earthquake in Japan. Japan's been hit by several earthquakes. Several dozen earthquakes. We just had a major earthquake hit Russia. A major earthquake hit Alaska. So something is happening with the volcano lines. There's videos of animals leaving Yellowstone. If that thing erupts, world is going crazy. And all we can do is ride it out. Talk to you soon, guys. Take care. Aloha.